Hello YouTube, this is Mr. Bakari, and today I want to make a quick video on writing the standard form of a hyperbola from a general form like you see here by completing the square. Okay, so let's look at an example. All right, so here we've got an equation that is in some general form. And I want to talk about really quick, how do we know what we're looking at here? Is this a circle, a hyperbola, an ellipse, maybe even a parabola? Well, it's definitely not a parabola because as you can see, I've got an x squared and a y squared. So that narrows it down to an ellipse, a circle, or a hyperbola. Now, how you can tell it's a hyperbola is you want to make sure that your squared terms are on the same side of the equation, and if they are, then look at their signs. If the signs are different, you've got a hyperbola. If the signs are the same, it's either a circle or an ellipse. Okay, at which point you would look at the coefficients, and if the coefficients are the same, it's a circle. If the coefficients are different and they're both positive or both negative, then it would be an ellipse. But here we can see that our signs of our squares are different, so we definitely have a hyperbola. So we're looking at one of these two equations over here on the right. One is that of a horizontal hyperbola, the other is that of a vertical. Now, what you want to make sure and do is the positive term is always written first, okay? And then you can determine the orientation of your hyperbola from there. So we want to make sure that whatever we get here, we're going to put our positive term first, followed by the negative term. Now we're going to have to complete the square. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to order my x's together, followed by all of my y's. And I'm going to move the constant to the other side of the equation because eventually we're going to set this thing equal to 1. Okay? Now, before I can complete the square, I need to make sure that my x squared and my y squared, the coefficients are 1. So I'm going to have to factor out those leading coefficients there. So I'm going to factor out this 4. Okay, and I'm going to save room to complete the square and then factor out the negative 9. Again, saving room to complete the square. And over on the right, I've got a positive 29. Okay? Double check the math here. Make sure that if you distribute back, you get what you started with. We're all good there. So the next thing we want to do is complete the square. So we're going to take our coefficients b here, and we're going to take b, we're going to half it and square it. Okay? So half of 4 is 2, and 2 squared is 4. Half of negative 6 is negative 3, and negative 3 squared is 9. Okay? So it appears that we've added 4 and 9, but actually, everything we're going to add here gets multiplied by that factor that we took out to begin with. So we added 16 and we subtracted 81. So if you subtract 81 and add 16, that's going to be negative 65. So in all, we're subtracting negative 65 from the left side of our equation. So to keep that balanced, we're going to come over here and we're going to subtract 65 from the right side of our equation as well. Okay? So now we're ready to bring down those coefficients. I'm going to bring down the 4. I'm going to factor my perfect square. So that's going to be x plus 2 squared. Bring down the negative 9. Factor. And 29 minus 65 is negative 36. All right, so we're getting close. Now, we need a 1 on the right side of the equation. So what we have to do is we're going to divide both sides by negative 36, which will give us a 1 here on the right. Okay? So I can see what's going to happen here when I divide is it's going to switch the signs of my terms, which is fine. But just remember that you want to put the positive term first in your standard form of a hyperbola. So we're going to make sure and do that. So what we get here is x plus 2 squared. And then 4 over negative 36 is negative 1/9. Okay? And then over here, we've got y minus 3 squared. And we've got negative 9 over negative 36, which is a positive fourth. And then on the right, negative 36 over negative 36 is 1. So the last thing we need to do is we just need to swap the order of these. We want to put the positive term first. So that's going to be y minus 3 squared over 4 minus x plus 2 squared over 9 equals 1. And that is the standard form of our hyperbola. Okay? So I hope this helps you out, and I will see you in the next video.